If 2025 is the year you're turning the big 5-0, or even if it's a birthday in your fabulous 50s, a disco-themed celebration is the perfect way to mark the occasion. My next guest hits the milestone and made the most of it by channeling the 70s in style. Risa Baker joins me to share all the details that made this occasion special and how you can copy any element for your own retro party. Welcome back, Risa.
Thank you.
I was telling you, 50 and fabulous. You are the definition, and so is this party. It's amazing. You know what I love about it? We talked about this a minute ago. It's a chance to gather, and you're saying we can plan our own parties, and so you did.
We absolutely can. Like you said, turned 50 this year, and I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, believe aging is a gift and a privilege. And I'm so thrilled to still be here on this planet and experiencing life with my girlfriends and my family. And so I wanted to throw a big party and celebrate life and friendship. And what better way to do it than disco if you're born in the 70s?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This is the perfect way to do it. Not only that, but you're saying the theme makes the party so fun as a whole. What I love about this is you're going to give us 5 practical things we can do, not only for the disco party, but this is going to translate to any theme that you may have. These are practical solutions. First up, you're saying consider the venue.
Absolutely. So for this party, I knew that I was going to be hosting more than 8 to 10 people, which is what I normally host at my home. And so I knew that I needed to have a venue for this one.
Right.
And I chose Savone Kitchen in Woods Cross, and they are incredible. I had never worked with a venue before for a party, believe it or not, but they had the tables set up, the tablecloths, the chairs. All I had to do was walk in and set my items out. They were ready to go with the food tables, everything. So if it works for your number of guests, always choose a venue because they're so helpful and wonderful.
Oh, look at these photos. I think when you get to show up to the place and almost half the work is done for you, you also don't have to clean up.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't have to clean my house.
You didn't have to clean your house.
It was amazing.
They took care of everything, and there's something about that. I think venue is a really good point to start at.
Yeah.
Next, you're saying you want to focus on a big impact focal point. What does that mean?
So I had 2 focal points for my party. One was the backdrop and one was the entryway. So we're seeing the backdrop right now. I did what looked like a big disco ball. So I covered a big round arch with sequiny fabric and then added these giant balloons and the marquee 50. And then for the entryway, and the backdrop was really fun for people to take pictures.
Yes.
And then for the entryway, when my guests walked in, they had a little table to sign a card for me because I wanted to remember who was there, kind of like a wedding, right? You want all your guests to sign in.
Absolutely.
And just kind of a welcome sign and more disco and more balloons.
Oh, I love it.
So
Speaking of a focal point, tell me about these big, beautiful letters, or numbers, numbers.
I am so crazy about these marquee letters. They are from Amazon. They come in a little box.
Are they?
Yes, they're a kit you put together, and they're actually cardboard.
Wow.
So get your glue gun. You're gonna need a bunch of glue sticks, but it takes about a half an hour per letter to put them together. And then you have this big impact for not a whole lot of money.
I was going to say, they're kind of expensive if you do want to rent them, but this seems like a practical solution.
They are, and I have so many friends that are turning 50 this year. They've already been loaned out.
They're like, we need them.
Yep.
We need them. What a good one. Okay, and then next you want us to create an ambiance. Tell us about your ambiance.
Yeah, so the ambiance was just all about the 70s. So I asked my guests to arrive in their 70s best, preferably sparkles.
Oh, yes.
So they showed up in sparkles, sequins, they had headbands, they had boots, they had so many things. And the thing that really was fun was that the centerpieces all matched that theme. So we had the girlfriends all dressed up, we had the centerpieces that were sparkly, and it just really all tied together. And can I share with you?
Yes, I was going to say, tell us about some of these details all over the tables that made this so special.
So one thing for the ambiance was these disco lights. I had them all over. And you can see I just turned this guy on.
How fun is this?
Right? So you can turn them on with a remote, and it just was flashing lights at the whole party. These are also on Amazon.
An easy Amazon 2-day
Yes,
ship.
they're
Okay.
so great.
These records are so fun. Were these
Yes.
like placemats or were these just decoration?
They
What
were
you
just
using?
decoration. I put food and different items on them.
Oh, so good. And these did you use for the fondue?
Yes, so we had 70s food, which was fondue. Of course you have to. We had cheese and chocolate. And then we had just lots of healthy different kinds of food options, veggies, fruits, couple
I mean, I guess we have to have some balance, Risa. I love that.
And so each person would pick up a plate, and then they would pick up some picks and some little dip cups, and they would put their fondue in the cups and spear their items that they were going to dip in the fondue, and it was just adorable.
It is those little details. And one of the other details you want to talk about, the last and the final one, is sticking to a color scheme. 30 seconds. What do you think?
Yeah, stick to a color scheme. Purple's my favorite color. It was my birthday. I got to do what I wanted, so I did purple. I tied it in with these awesome letters, and then one other thing that's my favorite is these telescoping balloon stands. Oh, yeah. They're not just for balloons. I use them. I use them
use
at the
them
whole
for everything.
Party. Yeah.
Okay, and I will say, you saw a lot of these pictures and everything else, but when you see it all together, it really is this fun celebration, and any party can be that way with these 5 tips.
Absolutely.
Thanks for sharing them. Where can we find more from you?
Thanks so much. I am on Instagram at restlessrisa_Risa Baker. I also have an Etsy shop. It's Risa Design, and I have brand new Galentine and Valentine items this year, and in addition to a whole bunch of other party packs.
And I do love your printables. You make partying so fun and accessible for everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks,
so
Risa.
fun.
So fun to have you.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thanks.